Welcome, everybody. It's a great joy to give you a message this evening. I'd like you to think about this, that you are creating, you know what I say, what you think you create, you experience. But I want to delve a little bit deeper into your consciousness. And delving deeply into your consciousness, it's time for each one of us to examine what direction are we going in, what are our belief systems, and what do we desire to achieve. And if you were to ask people at different age points, someone would say, lots of money, wealth, fame, fortune, success. And when they get a lot older, probably in the 60s and 70s, maybe a little bit younger than that or a little more, they go, health. Isn't it interesting how our consciousness and think changes when we're at different ages? And what I'm asking each one of you to look about yourself and what you're thinking and what you're creating and where you're going and what is truly important to you. Because you see, there's an inner war with many souls. The inner war is you've got to follow your mission and goals. And then you come up with a preconceived idea. No, this is what I want. This is what I desire. And the quote from E.M. Forster, we must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. I want to read that again. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. And the most important thing in life is to have fun and enjoy ourselves and make nothing arduous. Yet in our subconscious and conscious mind, we are pre-programmed from our life experiences to behave a certain way. And if what Dr. Lipton talks about, up to the age of 7, you are hypnotized. He's a hypnotherapist, by the way. What he's telling you is that you have been taught to think a special way, whether that's right or wrong. And I'm asking you to examine your life because I'm asking you to think about what truly makes me happy, what truly serves my passion, what truly will help me to change humanity. Now, how do we change humanity? One person at a time. And of course, you have the 100th monkey syndrome, as you know. So 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, so on and so forth. But this is a time when our planet is mostly into chaos and anger and frustration. And this is a time when we need to look at ourselves and say, what do I want to create for myself that fulfills my missions and goals and my passion? And what is my epitaph? What, that I was a multimillionaire? Maybe. That I was a good mother, a father, a son, or daughter? Maybe. That I found love and joy in my life? Maybe. That I found good health? Maybe. What is it that each one of you on this phone call that fulfills your passion and brings you love and joy? My passion is teaching all of you, is sharing with all of you, empowering all of you, and helping you to reconnect with the true source. That's my passion. That's what I live for. And because that is my passion, I know I will be successful to one degree or another. And what is yours? Are you a leader? Are you a leader at work? Are you a leader at the house, with your family? Because you see, each one of us are role models, and we lead by example. And what is your role model? And what part do you play in your family and friends and relatives? What part do you play at work? What part in your life when you look back and say, I did this, and I'm happy that I did this. It's not a case of changing billions of people or millions of people, although it may be that. It's about everything that goes in your life that brings joy and happiness to you. You know, I've talked and I'm summing up about we're being an antenna, and that our moods and emotions affect everyone around us, and conversely, their moods and their emotions affect us as well. But as Shakespeare said, there's the rub, and the rub is the ego. The ego has all about controlling and manipulating us, if we will allow it. Some of the happiest people I have met have very little. In materiality, they have a great, wonderful, loving, caring life. And they have a great joy and peace and happiness in their life. I talked to a lot of people that went through the Depression years ago because I was in the nursing home business. And those that were farmers who had very little, but at least they ate, they seemed to have the best of the best. They would get up at sunrise, they do the farming work, and when the sun set, they go to sleep. But they enjoyed every minute and everything they've done. And what I'm suggesting to all of you is, ask how you can simplify your life so that you can enjoy it. And that doesn't mean you can't be very wealthy. That doesn't mean that you can't have all the toys in the world if that's what you desire. It means, how do I make my life more simple so that I can enjoy it? You know, it's kind of like going out to dinner and having a great meal. Maybe it was only a modest restaurant, but it was great. There was a point in my life I traveled all over the United States and in Canada, had an unlimited expense account, and could eat anywhere I did, anywhere. And I always liked coming home and having some nice chicken soup or scrambled eggs. Very simple. That gave me a lot of joy, rather than pheasant on the glass and all the foods that I've eaten. And that's what you need to say. When you simplify your life, where's your mind? Your mind is just bringing love and joy to make your life simple. But here's the trick. As you're concentrating and simplifying your life to bring love and joy, you're manifesting everything that keeps your life uncomplicated, everything that brings you joy and happiness. That could be materiality, could be prosperity, could be abundance, health, or all of them. Because you see, your higher self and soul and oversoul knows exactly what is best for you. Sometimes it's in alignment with your thinking, and sometimes it's not in alignment with your thinking. But what's most important is, when it's all said and done, and you have to make that decision, can you look back at your life and say, I had fun. I learned many powerful things. I had happiness. This was a great experience. But when you're young or middle-aged, you're struggling with a family or struggling to set up your retirement or just struggling to pay your bills because you want to educate your children or help your family out or whatever it may be. And that's understandable. But if you are in the flow, remember, let life, L-I-F-E, let, L-I, inner source guidance, F, flow endlessly. That's what life is about. Let everything flow endlessly. Because you see, your soul, your oversoul, and your higher self all know what is necessary for you to have a fulfilling life. Not what the radio and TV says. I have a friend who will buy every new thing that comes out. I love to go over his house. And in a little while they collect dust because he's always buying something else, buying something else, buying something else. And at times, when I was younger, I would try to do that, not to the degree he financially can, but to the degree I could. And then I realized I got all these toys to make myself feel good. And then I get bored and I got to buy something else to feel good. And I got to buy something else to feel good. And I got to buy something else to feel good. What the heck is going on? I guess feeling good has to come within me. It has to come within me feeling that I am worthy, that I'm unconditionally loving, that I'm allowing, and I have self-worth, self-esteem. Self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem. It all boils down to that. Therefore, I want to leave you with this thought. And that thought is, simplify your life. Ask for whatever brings joy and happiness for your higher self, or your soul, or both. Not what you think, because that's the ego. Well, I have to have this or that so people will respect me. Really? Some of the greatest orators, Plato, Abraham Lincoln, Socrates, Daniel Webster, and others, were not very wealthy. But they believed in what they did. They believed and had faith that they could make a difference. And they realized they could touch everyone by example, by showing what is necessary, and being a role model. And that's what I'm asking every one of you to do. Simplify your life, be a role model, and ask what brings love and joy into your life without determining what it is. But let life, let inner source guidance flow endlessly. Everyone, you are unlimited. Remember, it's time for you to live an unlimited life.